Welcome back to How to Autism. Last month, we talked about assertiveness and setting boundaries. So today, we're diving deeper with real life examples of when you might need boundaries and exactly how to set them. Please click the like button to help us reach more of our community. Thank you. Now let's get started. Work can be full of unspoken expectations, and without clear boundaries, it's easy to get overwhelmed. So let's look at some common situations. You have your own workload, but a colleague keeps asking you to cover for them. It starts with one small favor, then suddenly you're doing half their job. Instead of saying yes out of guilt, try saying, I have my own task to focus on, so I can't take this on right now. Maybe you can speak to our boss about your workload if you're overwhelmed. By saying this, you're not being unkind, you're just making sure that your work gets done too. Your boss expects you to check emails or messages in your free time, but you need a clear divide between work and personal life. Try saying, I'll be happy to reply during work hours, but I switch off notifications after 6 o'clock. If they keep pushing, you can just not reply. Boundaries aren't just about what you say, but also what you do. If you do not reply and verbalize the boundary, the person will get the hint. Social situations can be fun, but they can also be exhausting. Let's go through a couple of ways to set boundaries with friends. Let's say you're out with your friends, but you're feeling tired after a few hours. You tell them you need to leave, and they say, Oh, come on, just a little longer. A firm but friendly approach works best here. Try saying, I've had a great time, but I need to go now. Let's hang out again soon. No need to over explain yourself. Just say it, get up, and go. A group of friends makes spontaneous plans and expects you to join, but you need more time to mentally prepare. Try saying, I'd love to see you, but I need a bit more notice. Let's plan something for another day. This way, you're not saying no to them, you're just saying yes to what works for you. Family dynamics can be tricky, especially when relatives don't understand personal space. Here are some ways to set boundaries with family. So when are you getting married? What happened to that job interview? Why don't you ever call? Sounds familiar? Well, if you hear that sort of thing often, try responding with, I'd rather not talk about that right now. If they push, repeat yourself or change the subject. Like, anyway, did you see that weird news story about the world's largest potato? That way, you distract them off the topic while remaining polite. Now, certain family members think I was in the area is a valid reason to turn up to your place unannounced. When that happens, you can say, I love seeing you, but I do need a heads up before visits. Let's plan a time that works for both of us. You're not shutting them out, you're just asking for basic respect. And finally, the internet. The internet makes it easy to stay connected, but that doesn't mean you have to be available 24/7. If someone keeps sending you long messages and expects immediate replies while you're feeling drained just looking at your phone, you could say, I can't always reply straight away, but I'll message you when I have time. If they don't respect that, mute your notifications or set your online status to away. A person you barely know online keeps trying to have deep emotional conversations with you, and it feels uncomfortable. You could say, I prefer to keep certain topics private. If they don't get the hint, you're allowed to stop engaging. Muting, blocking, or ignoring is a valid boundary too, whether it's online or in real life. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away, it's about creating space for your well being. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Which of these scenarios have you experienced? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and maybe tell your friends about it. We'll see you next time for more autistic friendly life tips. Take care.